Hello and welcome to the mains PYQ discussion by Neenv. We have a 10 marker from 2023 mains in the theme of world history. Look at the question. Bring out the socio-economic effects of the introduction of railways in different countries of the world. Now it's about socio-economic effects in the context of railways. And different countries of the world has to be brought into the picture. So this question can be taken in terms of colonization at large, because railway was a product from Europe that spread across the world. But other countries, for example, let's take the case of United States. So United States got independence in a much earlier stage, but railway introduction happened after that. Then you have Russia, which was not colonized. There also railway introduction happened. So it's a question of world history, but colonization also comes into the picture. So we'll start the introduction by giving it the right context in the context of industrial and scientific revolution. Take the case of both steam engine and railway racks. Both are industrial outputs. Now this is the product of scientific revolution. This is the product of industrial revolution. At least the production at the large scale is the product of industrial revolution. So we'll give both these keywords here about steam engine and railway racks, and then we'll go to the socio-economic effects. When it comes to the socio-economic effects, the question asks you to analyze it in the context of different countries. So we are taking one country after the other, and we'll start with India, of course. So in India, what happened? With the introduction of railways, regional integration took place, because India has the size of a subcontinent, from Kashmir to Kanyakumari, from Gujarat to Arunachal Pradesh. Now this interconnectedness was possible with railways. Second, dilution of caste identity. See the topic here, it is socio-economic effects. In railway, you just have first class and general compartment. So caste identity is getting diluted there, because every caste has to travel in the same train. So you cannot deny traveling in a train because a person from lower caste is traveling in that. So this became a reality once railway was introduced. So it diluted caste identity and untouchability in India. Third, consolidation of the domestic market. This is from the British perspective. They could sell their product across India with the help of railways, and this was the intention of launching railways in India in the first place. Next, take the case of UK. Now in UK, what happened is industrial revolution is already there. But industrial capitalism, that is a spread of factories, spread of goods, spread of markets, it got to a different scale with the introduction of railways. When it comes to Russia, the famous railway line of Russia is the Trans-Siberian Railway. The Trans-Siberian Railway, with that, food security and growth of settlements in Far East became possible. Now Russia is a very big country from west to east. In this region, when you talk about the Trans-Siberian Railway, the development of this region was enabled. Next up, Canada. So Canada was also a colony at that time. So with the introduction of railways, British Columbia with the rest of Canada got integrated because of networking. Next, in Africa, what happened? Inter-tribe trade and exchange of ideas took place. So everywhere the socio-economic impact is kind of similar. It is integration that is happening. Exchange of idea that is happening. Now we are talking about a globalized world. And what enabled the globalized world? The interconnectedness through air route as well as social media or internet. So at that time, something like a globalization was started with railways. So the same impact can be seen in all the countries. Take the case of Australia. Just like Russia, we have Trans-Australian Network between Sydney and Perth. This led to political stability of Australia. In case of US, urbanization and the growth of cities like New York. So everywhere, the nature is similar, but we have to be specific. That's when our points get very specific and analytical. So based on these division, you can structure this answer. It's a 10 marker. We have 7 points here. And in the conclusion, we'll give this point where for the introduction and the penetration of railways, you needed coal and wood for racks. So coal is needed for the steam engine because it's a steam engine in the first place. Next, for racks, for laying down railway racks, you need wood to support them beneath, which led to environmental degradation. There are other impacts as well. For example, the forest in India was brought under the control of the British. The reserved forest tax. All these things came as a part of the need of wood or forest resource in general. So we can give that aspect in the conclusion and conclude this answer. So that's it. Thank you for listening.